Great World Race weekly check-in for week 3. I have 52 weeks to go right now. Great World Race 2025 is happening right now, so I have 1 year. So it's check-in day. Everything is uploaded into the Notion here. I'll put that link obviously in the description. And if you're a data nerd and you want to see what I did last week. So training week 3, this was my training last week. And then I've got the strength training, all the accessories kind of below. Here's my macros. And then here's also a link to my training and nutrition journal on Instagram, because this gives you a bit of a visual of everything that you see up top here. So the data. I'm on day 3 of my cycle. Average weight this week was this. Here's my measurements. I'm monitoring my belly caliper. Somebody wondered why I was measuring my belly caliper and not just relying on the waist. Because notoriously, when women go through perimenopause and menopause, we get more fat distribution on our abdomen. And I just want to keep on top of that. I just want to monitor it, because I could also be getting a smaller waist, but I want to make sure that I'm not just that the fat is not staying the same. So that's why I'm monitoring it. My mileage, ChatGPT is so encouraging. It's so much of a sycophant, but hey, you know what? I'm here for the encouragement. My best week yet. Well, I'm on week 3, so I really hope it's my best week yet. Total mileage, just a breakdown of what I did. These are what they prescribed. It keeps calling me an elite level aerobic efficient. I mean, I don't know if I'm elite level, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take all of the cheerleading I can get. So then it also tells me the purpose of what I'm doing, like perfect threshold for building during a base phase, excellent control, no cardiac drift, no redlining. That's a tempo. Easy run. I am making myself take my easy runs super easy. That is very hard for me because I'm not patient. So for me to run 11:37 mile with this low of a heart rate, it literally was an RPE 1, but I'm putting in the miles on my easy runs. So the coach takeaway here: executed my exact structure. There we go. Did the things, and there we go. Strength training. 4 strength training sessions, 1 heavy push day, 1 heavy full body pull day, and then 2 core and accessory days. Those are the days I'm working on my core, glutes specifically, like not the heavy lifts, but like all the banded work and the things in different planes of motion, and especially ankle, foot, and like Achilles, lower calf, the soleus. I've been watching the participants go through the Great World Race this year, and really the things that have blown out on people are the Achilles and their like calves. So obviously, along with bulletproofing my knees and all the muscles around the knee, but really like the calves and the lower calf especially, and the Achilles. So the plyometrics, the balance exercises that really challenge, especially like the lateral calf muscles, things like that. So that's what the core and accessory workouts really are. So a couple weeks ago, we added in a little bit more walking during the day. And these numbers for my steps, those include my runs. I can't separate it out because I wear my Garmin all day. So those are my steps for my runs and my daily walks. But of course, it's relative. If I'm just doing the run, they'll be lower. And if I'm adding in the walks, they'll be higher. So the trend is relative, right? And so now this has officially become an anchor habit. I'm trying to break it down. So getting out for 15 minutes just right after lunch helps with digestion, gets me out of like panic work mode. Got to go outside, get some fresh air, just 15 minutes. And then at the end of the day, doing like a 35 minute walk. And a day like today, when I don't get out and do that walk, then at least I know I did that 15-minute walk. So that, and analyzing my sleep, I have been ruthless about going to bed, like putting myself to bed like a toddler. My husband and I have both been doing that, because just more and more research so strongly correlates how well we sleep, how much we sleep, to limiting all-cause mortality, and longevity, the ability to keep muscle. And lean muscle mass is like the fountain of longevity. I mean, it just, I'm doing all of this because I want to be able to get on and off the toilet and live independently until I'm 111. So, like, that's everything for me. So, sleep, we're just not messing around with it anymore. I remember about a year and a half ago, before I really started paying attention to my recovery, my HRV each night when I first started really paying attention was like 25, 35. The range, if anyone doesn't know, is like 20 to 120. So sticking right in the middle now, even with all the miles that I train, this is literally, I can't even tell you how this is like my proudest metric. The HRV, I mean, again, it's not totally objective data. It is a little bit like of things correlating together and they give you a number. The scale, but it's again a trend. We're watching a trend. So for me to be like stuck in the 20s and 30s and I didn't even know, and then really paying attention to my sleep, my recovery supplements like fish oils, curcumin, magnesium, things for my gut health also really, really, really are anything that can help me take down my body's inflammation. So the fact that I am up here regularly is, like I said, it's the metric I'm most proud of. Good battery, good body battery, good stress levels. So macros. This is where I need to just make a small adjustment because I've said in the previous videos that I'm seeing how my body is with possibly losing like 10 or 15 pounds. I sit around 145 pounds very happily. I have been 130 pounds very healthily, running really well, great energy. I've been there previously. And then thinking of the Great World Race, would it be nicer to run 7 marathons without a 15-pound bag on your back? Because if I'm 145 and I can run it healthily at 130, think of 7 marathons and an additional 15 pounds on your body. So I'm seeing how my body responds to just shaving off some calories. Again, I'm not going to do it at the expense of my training, but there's something in here I've been looking at wrong. And this is why doing a check-in with something like ChatGPT is so helpful. So helpful. There's something I wasn't catching. And I'm a great macro coach, not to toot my own horn, but like macros are my thing. There's something in here that I wasn't catching. So I nailed these dates. I've been above my fats more than I really realized. I track my macros consistently, uh, but seeing how that compounded over time, because I could see these in my macros, but I didn't correlate the compounding over time. Again, this is one thing about being your own coach, that it's nice to have something like this Coach GPT feed this back to me, because it's like, okay, so I'm over, but I can see now the compounding effect of this over time. And then the correction, this is what I need to do. Keep carbs at 220. So looking at how this all affects this possible like weight loss analysis over the past couple weeks, I've been just very slowly coming down. So my average weight this week was 146. I'm a little bit swollen because I'm on day 3 of my cycle. So, and then it gives why my weight stayed flat this week. So compared to last week, I'm flat. I totally expected this, by the way, completely expected this. So I'm not panicked, but seeing the fat macros exceed my target by 3 days, I can't mess around with that. Cycle day 3, weight, it's often sticky. We just retain more water. Training volume increased, temporary inflammation, good sleep, good recovery, water retention stabilized. It did. And my NEAT was good. So I am on track for this is what my goal was per week, is 0.75% of my body weight is what I want to lose per week. So I'm going to let this week be better. And then obviously Coach GPT, Chat GPT will tell me, do we need to bring the calories down just like by 100? You'll be amazed at just shaving a little bit off if you're on a weight loss journey or fat loss journey, by just shaving a tiny bit of calories off. It does not have to be significant. That can really do a lot. So I asked it also, I hadn't asked it previously, like, I am in perimenopause. Does that influence any of its decision making? And it was really honest. Nothing needs to change. So just, looking at this, incorporate my Dutch data, my Dutch test. Did my Dutch test almost 2 years ago, so it's probably not even relevant. I did it when I was like in the 20 and 30 range for my HRV. So I need to redo it at some point. So now next week, keep macros the same, keep the running days a plan, keep sleep where it is, keep water where it is, keep fats within 10 grams of my target. And also I have to work to keep my carbs at 220. I do perform great there. And if I wasn't great there, I wouldn't be sleeping well. So these are the things that I need to do next week. So if any of this interests you, I've got, again, like I said, all of this loaded up here in the Notion. This recorded video is going to live right underneath here. And also here is the summary that Coach GPT gave me. Anything else you'd want to know, let me know. I'm a super data nerd for this stuff. So if there's any way I can help you, maybe you're going to take something away on here that can help you on your journey. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Thursday for the next check-in.